We turn to Ethiopia, where the suffering continues after more than a year after the government launched an attack in the northern Tigray region. Rights groups say atrocities, including the mass rape of women and girls, have been committed by parties on both sides. The federal government is still restricting media and humanitarian access to Tigray. Meanwhile, regions bordering Tigray are on a war footing. Tigray fighters have withdrawn back into their home region, but their neighbours are still full of mistrust. DW East Africa correspondent Mariel Müller reports from the Amhara town of Lalibela, where people are taking up arms.
Lalibela's rock-hewn churches look peaceful in the morning light. They seem untouched by the events of the past months. Lalibela has twice been captured by fighters loyal to the Tigray People's Liberation Front, or TPLF. The town has now been liberated by government forces.
Here at Bet Georgis, the morning prayers just ended. This church is one of 11 medieval churches cut into rock. It has great symbolic value for all Ethiopians, and this is also why the TPLF was keen to conquer this town.
At this time of year, one of the holiest for Orthodox Christians, Lalibela is normally full of international visitors and diaspora Ethiopians. But most of them have stayed away, worried that fighters could swoop in again from the neighboring Tigray region, even though the TPLF promised in December to withdraw all of their fighters back into Tigray.
Many people have fled. Those who stayed here, we suffered a lot of stress.
They pointed their guns at us. The second time they came, they raped women and beat and killed people. They looted in the town and raped and beat women. They looted the hotels. We had no power and water.
Tigrayan fighters also attacked the town of Gashena, not far from Lalibela. Here we meet a man who doesn't wish to be identified for fear of TPLF retaliation. They killed his uncle, he tells us, and his brother-in-law.
When they came, they asked for guns and money. But he's a merchant. He's self-employed. When he answered this question, they killed him. They killed many innocent people. They killed 57 civilians here in this town.
He says those buried here weren't fighters, rather mostly traders, like his brother-in-law, claims we could not independently verify. Back in Lalibela, away from the churches, we meet Beyone Reta. He used to work as a security guard at this now destroyed hotel. He tells us some of the Tigrayan fighters used it as their headquarters. They left messages on the wall before they left. Welcome to State of Tigray. And no more Ethiopian, I'm Tigrayan, the writing says.
The Tigray fighters were having a conference here, preparing for the war. But then they got hit and the hotel was destroyed. If we were here together, we would have died.
The hotel was probably hit by an armed drone. Experts from the Dutch NGO Pax have identified these missile fragments as part of a bomb fitted to a Turkish drone. Turkey has been criticized for possibly selling the drones to Ethiopia's government. The drones are also thought to be responsible for numerous civilian deaths in Ethiopia's civil war. In fact, all parties involved in the conflict have been accused of committing atrocities, according to the United Nations and rights organizations. This kindergarten is now a temporary camp for volunteer fighters called Fano. The group has signed up many new recruits since the Tigray rebels first attacked Lalibela, including women. Haimanot Tadesse is one of them.
It's painful. My uncle and my aunt's husband, who raised me like my own father, are dead. My friend, who was like a sister to me, was raped. She's so young. If I get a chance to find them, I will fight them to my last breath.
The Fano fighters are celebrating. 50 of them, Haymanot among them, are traveling to the border between Amhara and Tigray. The volunteer fighters say they want to defend the border region in case the TPLF attacks again.